being on the show is just being murdered and resurrected. That's for me. The whole theme for me is death. There was a time in my career when I just when every character I was playing was kind of dying. So if I was reading the script or whatever, and I knew I was auditioning for it, and I saw that he died, I would think, well, my chances had climbed by 50% or whatever. I think for getting the role. I used to honestly think I'd booked stuff when I'd read that I was going to die.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense that I'm kind of this human Kenny from South Park.
Have you been surprised by the fan response to your character since its introduction?
Yes.
I mean, it's been kind of crazy.
It's been crazy. I don't get it. I feel really blessed. I did not think I would survive beyond 2 episodes. That's what he was supposed to live for, I think, in the beginning, 2, maybe 3. I don't get why I'm still around, to be honest, and I just feel very lucky that the fans seem to like him so much.
And are you surprised by how, I guess, like, empathetic the character has become from, he was introduced as, like, bitch slapping someone's head off, and
I think that's actually why people liked him.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they continue to like him. I think if they hadn't made him empathetic, he'd still be around.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, I actually think that's what people sort of adore about him. I think that he actually represented menace. And people talk about these other things as the reason he stuck around, and I disagree. I think that the reason he stuck around was because I think he looked like what people thought a vampire should be. And I'm not talking me physically. I think that there's some sort of energy or whatever that the writers created. I just turned up and did it. Like, did the thing that they had set up. It's nothing to do with me. And I'm not trying to be humble here. I just turned up and did the thing, And I think for some reason there was an accident that happened that made it look like this formidable kind of, like what you'd imagine an immortal to sort of have in terms of prowess and dexterity and kind of, I guess, sort of an old world elegance or something, And I think that that's what people responded to and continue to respond to. He's a vampire. He really is. He's not he's not a pretty guy with teeth. One of my favorite scenes is one that they didn't include in the season, unfortunately, because they were just sort of pressed for time. But I do love scenes which are sort of succinct and pure. And it was Elena and Elijah together, and I can't really give you the context, but she basically says she does something, and he's sort of left lingering, looking at her, and she says, "What is it?" And Elijah says, "It's nothing. It's just, you remind me of what I liked about being human, And then the scene was interrupted by Damon coming in or whatever, and then it just and I liked that. It was just that exchange. It was I thought it was one of the best things they ever wrote, because it was just so pure and simple. I like it when the show is simple.
You and Joseph seem to have a really close friendship, which I'm sure doesn't always happen on a film set. So why do you think you guys bonded so quickly?
Cocaine. We both do a lot of cocaine together. It's just, but it's not. His is much better than mine, and it was a natural sort of ascension to a relationship. We both really enjoy mountains and mountains of snow white glow. No, he's just such a good guy. I just love Joseph. I think he's very, very funny. And he's only gotten funnier. I don't know how. It's weird. The cockier he's gotten, the more arrogant and everything, it's like he's gotten funnier, which is weird that I'm paying him a compliment here. But he's actually, as he's become more obnoxious, his sense of humor has sort of risen as well.